Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Last time we went on a bit of a catching spree and made it here to Petalburg City, and today we're going to explore a bit more of the city before we move on with the game. I battled Norman once, but he was way too strong. Woo! How should I put it? I just really got the feeling that he lives for Pokemon. City News gym leader is a man called Norman. I heard he moved his whole family here from the Johto region. So cool little bit of backstory there. We actually originate from Johto, which is my favorite region, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's head on up here and we will see... Aha, it's Norman, our father. Not bad, it was a good battle. Thank you, sir. Come back and challenge me again anytime. I'll be looking forward to seeing you and your Pokemon again when you're a bit stronger. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm going to do special training with my Pokemon, then I'll challenge this gym again. Thank you for the battle, Mr. Norman. Why, if it isn't Dazzler, so you've finished moving in. I see. Well, I guess we shouldn't stand around here talking. Do you want to come in for a bit? We can talk in the gym. Oh boy, my father's gym. It's going to be amazing. It's not that amazing, never mind. You know, I sure was surprised that you managed to get here all by yourself. Ah, I see. You're making a good start on your team. Then I guess you're going to become a trainer like me, Dazzler. Now, that's something to look forward to. Excuse me. I'd like to get a Pokemon, please. What do you mean you want to get a Pokemon? Aren't you... You're Wally, right? Yes, I'm supposed to go stay with my relatives in Verdanturf town for a while. But I thought I might be lonely by myself, so I wanted to bring some Pokemon with me. But I've never caught a Pokemon by myself. I'm not sure if I can. I see. Dazzler, you heard all that, right? You go with Wally and make sure he safely catches a Pokemon. Wally here. I'll lend you one of my Pokemon. I put the inflection in the wrong place, my bad. Wally received a Zigzagoon. Oh, wow. Your Pokemon, sir? You didn't give me a Pokemon and I'm your son. I'll give you a Pokeball too, so give it your best. It's more help than I got from my own father. Thank you, Mr. Norman. Oh my god, look at you. Dazzler, you will come with me, right? No. Wally. Well... Okay, so here back on Route 102. Dazzler, Pokemon hide in tall grass like this, don't they? It's the catching tutorial again, which is really stupid. Actually, have we had a catching tutorial? No, we haven't. Because it's making it seem like he's double checking with everything. And yeah, what is with him finding a Ralts? Like, 4% chance, and he finds a Ralts. Like, really? Oh, it just happens to be a male Ralts as well. Yeah, sure. Stupid Wally. Okay, Ralts use Growl because it's the only move Ralts can learn at such a low level unless you're using Dex Nav. Then it will get a different move. Zigzagoon is really slowly going to use Tackle again. Okay, Ralts uses Growl. Fantastic. Good to know it can still use Growl and lower the attack even more. I'm supposed to try and weaken the Pokemon before I throw a Pokeball, right? I read that in a book recently. Just throw the Pokeball, dang it. Like, and then give me the Ralts. This is my reward. Hang on, didn't Norman say he was only going to give Wally one Pokeball? He said, I'll give you a Pokeball. Give him 15. Oh well. Gotcha, Ralts was caught. Of course he caught it with the first Pokeball. Not like the difficulty I had catching that Ralts. Oh my goodness. I did it. It's my own Pokemon. Thanks so much, Dazzler. Let's head back to the gym. Fine. Don't tell me what to do. I was going there anyway. So, did it all go well? Yes, it did. Thank you. Let me give you back your Pokemon, sir. And you, Dazzler, thank you so much for coming with me. It was all thanks to you two that I was able to catch Ralts. My very own Ralts. I will always, always treasure it. Oh, I know. It's not much of a thank you. But, Dazzler, will you let me see your Pokénav Plus for a second? Okay, that and, there. Wally updated Dazzler's Pokénav Plus. You can now use the Play Nav features of your Pokénav Plus. I read in the book how you can use the Play Nav to take care of your Pokemon and train them. There's even supposed to be this thing called the PSS where you can meet up with other trainers and battle friends and more. I've wanted to have my own Pokemon for so long and do all those kinds of things together, so I've had all these kinds of apps installed on my Pokénav Plus for ages. Embarrassing, huh? I'm going to try my best together with Ralts. You do your best too, Dazzler. Oh, but my mum's waiting for me. I've got to get going. Hope we'll meet again, Dazzler, and you too, Mr. Norman. What a kooky kid. Can't stay mad at him for long. That boy will be worth keeping an eye on. But for now, Dazzler, If you want to become strong as a trainer, listen to my advice. First, head for Rustboro City, which lies beyond this town. There you should challenge the gym leader Roxanne. After her, go on to the other Pokemon gyms and defeat their leaders as well. Collect badges from them, understand? Of course, I'm a gym leader too. I'm sure we'll battle one day, but that will only be after you've become stronger, Dazzler. Stupid. I resent my father for giving Wally a Pokemon and not me. Where was Wally's house? Was it over here? I believe this is the house. This is the completely wrong house. Never mind. Let's explore a little bit more of Petalburg City here. We've got this guy over here. What do you say? Now, lad, let's say you have 6 Pokemon in your team, and then you catch another one. Do you know what happens? It's automatically sent to storage box over the PC network. Handy dandy. Let's head into the Pokemart and buy some balls. I think I bought some at the end of last episode, but I got really low. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's just that we're going to need some Pokeballs because we're going to be catching Pokemon for the living deck still. Oh goodness. Even if a Pokemon is weak now, it will grow stronger as you raise it. The most important thing is love. Love for your Pokemon. You use repels. They keep Pokemon away. They're useful when you're in a hurry to get somewhere. Do you have any antidotes on you? If a Pokemon is poisoned, it will steadily lose hit points when battling. To make matters worse, the poison won't disappear after the battle either. When you bring some antidotes when you set out on an adventure. So, interesting thing about poison status is that it used to damage your Pokemon in the overworld as well as you took steps, but it doesn't do that anymore as of 5th generation, I think. Wally's house. Oh, this was Wally's house. Why is it Wally's house? Why is it not Wally's parents' house? You're Dazzler, aren't you? Thank you for helping our Wally out back there. The boy's been sickly since the time he was born, I'm afraid. That's why we decided to send him to stay with my brother's family in Verdanturf Town for a while. The area is far cleaner than it is around these parts. Oh, you're looking for Wally? I'm sorry, young man, but I'm afraid he's already left. Wonder where he is right now in this moment. What about your mother? Wally was so happy when he told us that he'd caught a Pokemon. It's been ages since I've seen him like that. Did it say smell him like that? It's been ages since I've seen him smell like that. They only have one bedroom. It's got a TV with no couch. A bed. There's a book there. I wonder what the book says. It looks like someone's written and erased it on it over again. That's kind of cool. So they've only got one bedroom, and it looks like it's Wally's because he is apparently the master of this house. Jeez. Okay, let's head on to the west. Yeah, this is west. To Route 104, where we will find new Pokemon. Is this a trainer? No, it's not. If you're going to throw a Pokeball, weaken the wild Pokemon first. It'll be easy to catch if it's poisoned, burned, lulled to sleep, or such like. A good point there. Oh, I didn't heal. I should have probably healed. But we can do some damage before we actually heal. Oh, hey. Who are you? Mr. Briney's cottage. You must be Mr. Briney. Oh, you're Piqui. Oh, Wingull. Ho 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 ho. My pretty Pico's as full as energy as always. As usual, even. So down here we have some trainers. Mr. Briney lives in a little cottage beside the sea. He was once a amazing sailor who never feared the sea, however stormy. So including a fisherman. I wonder what it's like at the bottom of the sea. Wait, what? Oh wait, this is a Pokemon that's hiding. We'll get that later. But for now, we're going to do some battles and level up a bit. So there are some new Pokemon on this route. In fact, actually, there's only one new Pokemon on this route. Hey, it's youngster Billy. And that is a Tailo. Tailo is essentially your Pidgey of the game, except it's been put on steroids. It's really quite aggressive, and when it evolves quite early at level 22, it gets pretty quick. One of the fastest flying types you can get very early on in Pokemon game. And as well as that, its ability Guts is pretty great. Here's a Tailo right now, actually, that's kind of handy. Yeah, Guts just means that when it's like paralyzed or burnt or whatever, it gets a 50% boost to its attack stat. And it's already got a pretty decent attack stat for a flying type Pokemon anyway, so that definitely helps to back up physical moves like Peck there. So yeah, basically Tailo, Swellow, really good flying type. Definitely not a Pidgey clone. More like its own Pokemon, which is great to see. Okay, wow, I got sand in my runners, they're all gritty. My runners. Okay, I think that's actually all the trainers we've got. Oh no, are you going to battle as well? It's true that trainers locking eyes were basically an invitation to battle. If you don't want to battle with people, stay out of their line of sight. Cool, good to know. I'm pretty sure I will find some wild Pokemon in this route anyway, because I do need to catch them for the Dex Nav. Pokénav Plus. Oh my goodness, not the Pokénav Plus. Living Dex. Okay, Zigzagoon here, we're just going to run from it. I'm going to try and cut out wild battles, which I don't actually need to see. Trainer battles are probably a little bit more important. My Pokemon are staggeringly tired. I should have brought a potion. Oh, go on then, I'll give him one. Well, thank you. Hands over the potion. Dum dum da da dum. My Pokemon made a complete recovery. Awesome. So we have some berries over here again. Some more Oran berries. And I believe a Petra berry? It might not be Petra berries. I forget. If they're Petra berries, I'm going to be so happy. Petra berry tree. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay. Right. So, there's a trainer here. You know you're not training because you're walking. I kept encountering the same kind of Pokemon. Then the dex now got better. And now I can find rare Pokemon easily. Indeed. Here we have one more trainer before we enter this dungeon of sorts. So here we have a rich boy. He's going to have... For some reason, the rich people in the game have like stupid items. And they just really care for their Pokemon, which I just don't understand. Never mind. I have no idea why they like their Pokemon so much. But Zinger here should make quick work of the Zigzagoon. And we should be ready to enter in that area where we have new Pokemon available to us. And we haven't caught any Pokemon just yet, but that's fine. And I do know that I haven't caught a Wingull, or 2 Wingulls yet for the living dex. I should be able to do that at the end of this episode. Zinger grew to level 12, which is great. We beat Winston. Hi there. Why couldn't I win? No, I do not want a banana. Yes, I play Overwatch. Overwatch is great. So here we have Petalburg Woods. It's an interesting area, to say the least. It's your typical early... Oh, hello. Sometimes there's things on the ground if you can't see them. That's why I always check where I'm walking. Oh, what was that? Was that the thing I wanted to be? Oh, it's a Wurmple. Yeah, we don't do that. But yeah, there's a hidden potion right here. We are going to be looking for the evolutions of Wurmple. Hi. You're no better than a thief if you try and steal someone else's Pokemon. You should only throw Pokeballs at wild Pokemon you encounter. And we found a Pokeball here, which is great because we're going to need them. So yeah, we're going to try and catch Wurmple's evolutions as well in here. But there are a couple of new Pokemon. Actually, there's only 2. They're pretty rare, actually. At least one of them is, although I doubt, or I think I'm going to encounter one more than the other. So, I knew it would be a Wurmple. It'd have to be a Wurmple. The first Pokemon you can encounter that is new here in Petalburg Woods is Slackoff, and he is or she is a really interesting Pokemon. Ooh, hello. What's over here? Oh, I believe this is, a level 15. Wow, this is quite good. Okay, let's switch from Slackoff and let's go to Shroomish instead. As you can see, this Pokemon, its evolution is blanked out on the chart. That's because this is a Pokemon that I want to catch for my team and raise to use alongside Zinger. I really like Shroomish, okay? It's a decent grass-type Pokemon. Its main ability, Effect Spore, is great. It's got the typical, status-dealing moves that grass-type Pokemon have. However, I'm going to be using it a little bit differently, and I think we're actually going to run into troubles catching this thing. So yeah, the reason why I've blanked out the evolution was the same reason as why I blanked out the evolution for Torchic here, because I'm going to be using him on my team, and I don't want to spoil what it evolves into for the people that don't know what it does evolve into. Wow, this is actually a pretty strong Shroomish. Obviously, it's level 15. I would be, if... Oh, there's a critical hit. That's what I was after. Actually, I was after a burn, but that'll do. Its abilities, other abilities, Poison Heal, I would not bother with. As for its hidden ability, Quick Feet, isn't that great, but when it evolves, it turns into a quite good ability. Also, I'm at 1 hit point. If I don't catch this Pokemon now, Zinger is down for the count, because Leech Seed will finish it off if Shroomish's move doesn't. But there we go, that's caught it. Nice. So, for the nickname of this Pokemon, because it kind of looked like it's got a frilly skirt, I was toying with the name Frilly. But then its German name, I can't remember what it's called exactly, but I'm going to combine Frill with its German name. If Shroomish senses danger, it shakes its body and scatters spores from the top of its head. This Pokemon spores are so toxic they make trees and weeds wilt. Awesome, so I'm going to call this Pokemon Frills. with a Z, because we're edgy like that. So, I'm going to quickly head back to Petalburg City to heal up my team. Let's actually take the shortcut this way, and I'll be right back. Okay, so back here in Petalburg Woods, going to do a little bit of training here against some trainers and some wild Pokemon, because we've got a bit of an event coming up which we need to be strong for. As well as that, I do want to talk about the Pokemon I was talking about before. Obviously, I wouldn't have shown the bio until now, but yeah, it's Slakoth. Like I said, it's a really interesting Pokemon, definitely challenging to raise due to its ability. Its ability is Truant, which means it can only attack every other turn, for reasons that will be made clear when it evolves into its final form. When it evolves first off into Vigoroth at level 18, it loses the ability Truant in favor for Vital Spirit, which means it cannot be put to sleep. It's a decent Pokemon. It gets a bit of a speed boost, which is great, especially from Slakoth. Slakoth is pretty slow, but once Vigoroth again evolves into Slacking at level 38, the reason behind its ability Truant coming back is made abundantly clear. It has ridiculous stats. This thing is an absolute beast. It can only attack every other turn for a reason. Even for such a lazy Pokemon, like having 100 speed is pretty insane. In fact, it's only got two, I would say actually it's only got one stat which is below average. I tend to class like 80 or 90 being average or good stats, so even its special attack, like why does it have 95 special attack? It makes no sense. But yeah, as such, this Pokemon would be broken if it didn't have Truant as an ability. So using a Pokemon on your team with the move Skill Swap could be extremely devastating if you have a Slacking on your team, because you could swap Truant for another ability. I don't know if any Pokemon with huge power have the ability hang on, it's a Taillow, let's catch one. Yeah, I don't know if any Pokemon with the ability huge power have access to Skill Swap, but if it did, could you imagine the damage a huge power Slacking could do where it can attack every single turn? This thing, like I said, is a beast, and yeah, like I said, it's definitely challenging to raise at the beginning when it's quite weak, but it pays off humongously. Giga Impact, a move that has base 150 damage, and you can only attack every other turn with it anyway, is just gonna do huge amounts of damage. So Slacking, like I said, very difficult to raise early on, but as soon as you get it past Slakoth into a Vigoroth, then it becomes amazing. Like I said, challenging to use, but the reward pays off. So here we have a Taillow. Like I said, pretty good Pokemon. I'm not going to be using it on my team. Tiny Swallow Pokemon. Taillow is young. It only has just left its nest. As a result, it sometimes becomes lonesome and cries out at night. Oh, this Pokemon feeds on Wurmple that lives in the forest. So yeah, I'm going to call this one... I know it's a bit of a weird name, considering it's not actually a goose, but I'm going to call it Goose. Because I want to call a Swallow Maverick, that's why. Okay, I am going to search around for some more Shroomish, because I need to raise the Dex level. And I don't want to go any further into the woods, so I will be right back with you guys after I've caught more Pokemon, because I need to do this for the living Dex anyway. Okay, so Torchic just leveled up and wants to learn Peck. Let's have a look, because I'm pretty sure Peck is better than Scratch. Power 35, accuracy 0. I don't think it is actually. No, it's not. But we'll still get rid of Growl for it, because we could use a flying type move. It is physical, so that's kind of good as well. And it also is lower damage, so maybe we won't do as much damage to enemies when we're trying to capture them. That's a thing which we could do with, because I just missed catching this slack off. Anyway, be with you guys in a moment. Finally, I found a quick feat Shroomish. This is my 40th encounter, and it knows Drain Punch as well. This is a pretty good find. One with Drain Punch, that's going to really help out my team a lot. It's female. Unfortunately, I wanted a male one, but you know, I think I'm going to try and get it. Unfortunately, like the nickname, I wanted to use it, probably isn't going to work, so I'm going to have to give it a different nickname. And I'm also going to use a Premier Ball to catch it. So fingers crossed this actually works, because it's taken me almost an hour to find this guy. And please, please, please hold, please hold, please hold. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my gosh. This is going to be an extremely vital team member. Oh, wow. So, I don't know what to call this. I kind of want to call it Elastigirl. For reasons that would become Elastigirl. Yeah, for reasons that will become apparent when this Pokemon evolves, but it is not going to evolve for a very long time. I know the bio says it evolves at level 23, but I'm going to prevent it from evolving so that it learns a very specific move. I'm going to head back to Petalburg City so I can show you the progress we made today. I am so glad I finally found that Shroomish. Okay, and I'll also show you the Pokemon which we caught in Petalburg Woods there before we continue on with the game, because I do want to switch Elastigirl into my party so that we can use her. So that's what I'm... Ooh. Or do I want to level up these other Pokemon first? You know what? Mighty or Poochyena there is going to evolve real quick, so we'll get rid of him. And then we'll put those guys up there. So, I've obviously caught Silcoon, 2 of them. One called Silky, another called Vibtante. That was meant to be Vibrante, as in vibrant, but I misspelt it. But it can be Vibtante, that's fine. I also caught Casket and Pudoxica. It's actually what I think the German, again, for Cascoon is, or for Dustox even, is Pudo. So I found that kind of funny, so I called it Pudoxica. And then over here we have... Ooh, only one slack off. Then, oh yeah, I caught the other 2. The other 2 slack off here. Let's put them down. So we've got Caesar, as in, you know, like from Planet of the Apes. And we also have Kong. I know she's female, but slacking King Kong, you know, King Kong. There we go. And then this Taylor here. Unfortunately, it's not a male, so Maverick didn't make much sense. So I called it Mavis. The reason why I really wanted it is because there's no sky attacks. That was a pretty good find. Anyway, that is gonna do it for today, guys. Thank you all very much for watching this episode of Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. We have a new team new team member in the form of Elastigirl. I can't remember if that's the exact name of her. It was basically the wife in The Incredibles. I can't remember if Elastigirl was correct or not. I did want to call it Armstrong if it was a him. Unfortunately, I had so much trouble finding a Shroomish with its hidden ability. The fact that I got Drain Punch on it, and I think a 1-star potential, so 1 perfect IV, was incredibly good, and a Pokemon I didn't want to skip out on, especially since, like I said, I was having so much trouble finding it, and it knew Drain Punch. I was like, you know what, stuff it. The fact that it's female will be fine. So, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you all very much for watching this episode of Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Next time, we will continue through Petalburg Woods and see what that scientist is doing up there in the top right corner of the screen. Totally breaking the fourth wall there. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will see you, of course, in the next episode. Bye-bye.